I did it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Hi, Eileen. Oh, what is this hellscape that I am in? Not the Eileen. That's cheating. That's cheating. Hi, Celeste, baby. I feel like I'm starting stream again. It's like it's like I never started before. That's crazy. Hi, Lemon. Celeste, I love you. Guys, this is my breakfast. A turkey wrap with cheese and a pickle. I'm a cheater. It's giving that. I said, hi, Juan. Nice first message again. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, Adni. That was actually like a hellscape. That was actually like stressful. Like I was freaking out. I was like borderline in tears. I was like, is this a sick joke? Is this a sick joke? Like, why must I suffer this fate? Like, I don't need this right now. Honestly, I'm stressed enough as it is. Okay, I'm intermittent fasting. I don't need this. I don't need this right now. Fucking A. Fucking A, dude. Shall we get into the game now? That it's fucking open? Now that it wants to fucking work? Then I'll watch stream. Well, rip. Well, rip. Unfortunately, Triper, my game capture said fuck you. So. And then what? And then what? Like, what are you gonna do about it, huh? You can't do anything about it, Sugma. That's what it said to me. This fucking Sarah. Hi, baby. Oh, can you guys not hear it? I can. Hi, there, I had to fix it. Hi, I love you. I love you, Sarah. Thank you for the 24 months, my love. I hope you're well. I hope you're well. And I love you very much. I was just reading your card yesterday again. Made me emo. That card can capture these nuts. For real. No, seriously, because it was stressful. I was just like, this is a lot to handle. I can't. I had a little tiff with Brayden. I'm like, Brayden, no, it doesn't go here. And I was like, about to lose it. I was like, no. I don't do well with technical difficulties. No, I'm not the most patient. No. Okay, I'm not doing these tests right now. I do not have the patience to handle this right now. Thank you, Trifer. Thank you. Why, thank you. I can't handle this right now. I'm too tired. I'm exhausted. I need a break.
Why's it gotta be so friggin' hot here? My sack sweat.
What did he say? By taking the I know, baby, I know, but I love you and we adore you and you are always loved and appreciated here. Always, always.
That'll mess some folks up.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, feels like there was something else.
Yeah, I noticed that. What is it? Because I'm not seeing it.
What about your boy?
He's fully maxed out. The fuck
Big
do you
man?
want? What am I missing? Hanging here. Oh, stop. I love you. I wish I could give you the biggest hug right now. But by the way, guys, I don't think I'm going to go to TwitchCon or VidCon.
Ready when you are.
I think I'm just too poor. Unless I do like a fundraising stream, I don't think I can go, honestly. Yeah, I honestly don't know. Oh, I don't have
Hitting
I
the
don't have
road or
a
chewing the
resurrection stone. Rut-row. Rut-row. This is not good. Wait, how do I get out of here?
Why's it gotta be so friggin' hot here?
Well, that would be because of the lava, perhaps. Photocopying your money? Honestly, rich people don't know you. I feel like that's a crime. That sounds like a crime. So. Yep. Yep. Hi, Megan again. Okay, let me fix that. Okay, cool. It's only a crime if you get caught. The lost treasure. Ooh, let's do that. Ooh. Don't I know it? Oh, God.
Back to Svartalfheim, huh?
There's still a few loose ends to tie up. We met the ghost of a father who needs to know what became of his son.
Oh, no, I'm not doing that one again. Nope, 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 go back. Nope, I'm not doing that one. Nope, go back. Nope, let's go back to the main quest, dog. Nope, not right now. Nope, I do not have the patience for that fucker. Not today, bitch. Not today. Home I go. Hi, Zachy. Home I go. Home. Goodbye. Main quest it is, my G. Oh, I could do this one. Guys, I've got 2 minutes until I can break my fast.
Going back to Alfheim?
Yes.
There's work to be done. There's still that secret elven library in Alfheim.
Works for me.
Will calm you down. You think? You think it'll calm me down? Something tells me it won't calm me down. You little fucking troll. You fucking troll. That's lowering the blue light filter. I can lower the brightness a bit. Are you breaking with us? I am breaking my fast. Yes. In 2 minutes. Well, 1 minute. I would never. Liar. So where's the quest? Wait, what is the quest actually? I'm going home. All the breaking of legs, the fasts, my spirit, of course.
We travel to Vanaheim.
Hi,
Great.
Fish.
You gonna check in on Freya?
Yes.
Glad I get to come this time. So what happened the last time you were in Vanaheim? I still don't know how you got Freya to stop trying to kill you.
We traveled to her village to break Odin's spell. Once freed,
I
she
can break it.
accepted
Oh my
I was
God.
not her enemy.
I can break
We also
it.
missed a highly entertaining moment where Brock was lifted arse over face
can break
in
it.
Freyr's camp.
You met Freyr?
Cheers.
What's he like?
Different from his sister. Lacks her conviction.
True, but he's a bit quicker to forgive.
And an ineffective leader.
But his heart's in the right place. You'll like him, lad.
R.I.P. This sandwich slaps. Sorry, this wrap. It's a turkey wrap. I made it myself. You want to talk about rigs? Wait. Oh. I enjoyed it. Ooh, what kind of Greek food? Sarah, eat! Don't try. Do.
Wow. It's beautiful. And, wet.
It is also dangerous.
More dangerous than hell?
It's beautiful and wet. Oh,
Freya's camp is to the right.
No rush, is there? Not every day the lad gets to see a new realm.
literally Triper. I'm the same, unless I'm depressed, in which case I don't eat. If I'm depressed, I don't eat. If I'm anxious, I will eat everything.
To
It
Freya's
calms me
camp,
down.
Time to see how the Vanir have fared in our absence.
I hope Freya's okay.
She can care for herself.
We're still checking on her, though?
Her brother's forces are outnumbered, and there is much I owe her.
What a cutie. Oh, I need to do that from there. Oh, poo-poo. I don't know what I do with that. Oh, you're cutie. Go eat breakfast. You got this. You're so cute, though, Sarah. I love you. I hope you and Joe are okay. When I'm anxious, I am the opposite. Wait, I just read that. I'm stupid. It'll be lunch at this point. This is my breakfast. This is breakfast. What's going on there? Heard. You're not stupid. A lot of things would tell you otherwise, you know? I do love you, though. New viddy. New viddy. Yeah, the solo leveling reaction is just out. Wait, I have to go leave a comment and then pin it. It's good for SEO. Did you guys know that? That's why YouTubers do that. They post a comment and then pin it. SEO. Yup. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. I did it. I did it. Hell yeah. Heck yeah. Where am I going?
No one here. Where is everyone?
Maybe they're
Stay
eating.
alert.
I don't like this, brother.
Thank you for using that command, Megan. Palestine! What the fuck? Oh god.
Kratos, Atreus, a welcome reunion. Unexpected, but welcome.
You know us?
Can't be. Is that who I think? Oh, you shifty bastard. It's almost good to see you again. And for once in the shape of a man, or nearly.
What does that
That's
mean?
how they got your head out of your ass. Maybe now you'll stop being such a half-blind, piss-drunk, oversexed liar.
Bane Archer.
He was more of a pig than I ever was.
I do not know you.
Do you not recognize your handiwork?
Hildisvini!
What?
Remember when we first met Freya in the woods? After I...
Oh, he's the bear?
I am so sorry about that.
Freya's poor.
Her
Oh.
advisor and friend. Counselor to the Vanir. And yes, while Exiled at Midgard, I was trapped in my boar form.
Oh.
And then you shot me.
At my command.
No. My arrow,
Maxwin.
my mistake.
Thank you for the follow.
Maxwin.
Vanaheim needs our help more than ever. Even
Why?
Mimir's. Come. Just watch where you aim that bow of yours. My hide's not so thick in this form.
Damn, he needs to hit the gym. Get those glutes up.
We can head out whenever you're ready.
Where are we going?
I have a favor to ask. I'll explain on the way.
He really said my ass is not fat enough in human form.
We forgot something. We'll come back. Promise.
Yeah, but what did I forget though? I don't think I did though. Well, I would like to break that. I mean, I can't though. First time playing? Yeah. Correct. What the fuck is that? Oh, I thought it was a person. I was like, what the fuck? Why can't I punch any? Well, why can't I summon my weapons here? This is stupid. Why can't I go up here? What the fuck? It's gonna piss me off. It is fun. I've been loving it so far, honestly. I'm breaking my fast.
Where's Freya? She came here to help her brother.
She leads the search party for Freyr and Bigvir. They've been captured by the Einherjar.
How'd that happen?
An ambush. The presence has intensified since your last visit. To make matters worse, the Celestial Wolves haven't been seen in days.
Oh, safe area. Got you.
Soon. Not easy, tracking time with no moon in the sky.
No moon.
Just like in their shrine.
Their shrine.
It's a long story. You want us to check on them?
You have my gratitude. We're spread thin. And if anyone can help Skoll and Hati, it'd be a fellow giant.
Very well.
Fellow.
Freya mentioned you had a way past this. You don't disappoint. Continue down this path and you'll find their den.
Can he say please? Like, I'm not really appreciating his lack of, you know, etiquette. Guys, why isn't he saying please and thank you?
Think he's really forgiven me for shooting him?
Trust me, lad. The old swine still carried a grudge. You'd know it.
What happened between you two?
The usual. Miscommunication, conflicting loyalties, broken promises. Nothing to concern yourself with.
I'm not concerned.
No.
Just curious.
Curiosity's all well and good. But so is privacy, eh?
Okay, okay. Point taken.
Okay. I forgot about the piece of shit plants in this bitch. What's over here? How do I break that? Is this sigil situation? Break it. Literally! No, because I agree. I've been thinking that the entire fucking... I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Sir? Why can't break? This is a homophobic plan. I'm telling you. Trisha, hi, baby. Just keep playing and you'll find out. Oh, so that's code for wait. Or nor. Where's the bulb? You good, kid? What the fuck? Oh, suddenly we have a fucking flashlight. Okay. What? Sorry, what's glowing? Sorry. Who's glowing? Am I glowing? Like, okay, no, I'm scared. No, I don't want to welcome in anywhere, bro. Please, just die. Why aren't your antlers glowing? Why aren't you glowing, bitch?
Behind you! Watch out!
Motherfucker. Motherfuck you, bitch. Get some frostbite. Hell yeah. Get fucked in my whirlwind. Yeah, I said it. You know what I like to do sometimes? You know what I love to do? Where's my rage? Oh, here it is. You just knocked yourself out, stupid bitch. There you go. Done. See, you just gotta play smart. You gotta play smart, bro. Alright, I have to ruin these hoes. I forgot. What the fuck did that do?
This is the last.
See that? Guys, I've become a professional. A professional gamer, if you will.
Looks and feels so different from the other realms. It's warm.
Who is she?
Like Svartalfheim.
Who is she?
But
Good.
there's a kind of thickness in the air.
Egros.
What?
Egros. Greek. For humid.
Aw,
Egros. I like it.
I like it. That's good, I guess. Don't know what to say to that. Oh! Why didn't that give me health? What the fuck? What the fuck? Wait, how do I get there? Oh.
Find the Noken!
When you're
Make
surrounded,
this thing
yeah.
stronger.
I remember that. I know it's my first time playing, but I know more than that, trust me. Don't worry. Frostbite, bitch! Feel the wrath of Canadian winter.
On your left!
Where are you fucking slimy, fucking tiny bitch? That was easy. No.
This excursion into Vanaheim
No,
means
go back,
you've
go
now
back, go back.
visited each of the 9 realms.
Huh. Guess you're right.
Not many mortals can claim such a feat. Not many gods either. Even your father has yet to grace the halls of Asgard.
I am in no hurry to do so.
Genie said both Frey and Big Bear were captured. Big Bear's the White Elf who wanted to learn more about that library in Alfheim, right?
Correct. An exiled scholar married to a warrior, Bela.
Why was he exiled?
You'll have to ask him for the full tale. But I take it that he and Bela's quest to unite their people was frowned upon.
Wait, Bela's a Dark Elf?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Well, that raises even more questions. Hope he's okay.
Kratos looks so tiny right now. Look how cute he looks. Or cute little bald guy. Ooh, what's this? Ooh. No, but I really like this though. There's something over there. I want to go.
Going for more loot, huh? I saw a forge back at Freyr's camp. Has Rock been helping them out this whole time?
Ah, you haven't met Lunda yet.
Who's Lunda?
An old contemporary of the Hulder brothers. She serves as Freyr's blacksmith, keeping his team armed and outfitted.
Whoa, Another legendary blacksmith? I bet she has some good stories.
Take caution, Atreus.
What? Why?
She is quite friendly.
Yeah, she just wanted a
Oh,
ball.
Nonsense. The lad's far too young for her taste.
What?
What? She does not want Kratos like that. Sir, is there a glitch here? Sir, can I please go, bro? What's the... There you go. What the fuck? That was taking a hot minute. Hope y'all are well. I'm doing great. I'm doing great, Sheik. I hope you're well, Habibi. Oh, this just gets to go down. God damn it. Fuck. I fucked up. Fair to Midland. Midland, eh? That looked glowy down there. What was that? There's something under there, dude. There's something in there, dude. I'm getting bad vibes, dude. Should I go back and do that again?
Hey,
Oh,
there you are. We're
I'm
here.
actually stupid.
Stay alert.
I'm actually
Wonder where they
stupid.
went.
Eaten by a knocking, perhaps.
Doubtful.
I've just noticed how stupid I can be. Like, genuinely, it's actually astounding. One second, BRB, really quick. Really quick, BRB. I'm back with a beverage. Well, no worries, no worries. Enjoy your lurk. And hi, Frito. Hi. Just getting a drink quickly. Cool. I sit now. Guys, I am getting comfy. I am getting comfy. I am now comfy. Okay, we're in the forest. Right. Navina, hi baby, welcome in. Welcome, my love. Wait a second. I hate this area of the map because that means like I keep thinking that there's a raven at the gym. Oh my god. Well, I hope you're getting swole. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, there are your barricades.
Aye, not a good sign. They've pushed farther into the jungle since our last visit.
What the fuck? Bro, move. I hear a raven. Hello, bitch. Where is it? Oh, fuck. Not right now, please.
The tree in Niflheim just got a new guest. Outcome.
Yeah. Hell yeah, look at that. Oh, hi, buddy. That was fun.
Behind you, brother!
Oh. Hi, buddy. Where'd it go? Is it still not dead? Where's Buddy gone?
Outcome.
That's nice. Well, hi, Fathimo, baby. I love you. No worries, no worries. Rest, 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 rest. 5,000? What the fuck? What the fuck? They gave me 5,000? That's crazy. I'm hearing sounds I don't like. Oh. Easy Murdo. I love doing this. This is a lot easier for me.
Impressive!
That was fun. That was so fun and quirky.
You once told us Ragnarok begins when Skull and Hati catch the sun and moon, right?
I said it was foretold, lad.
Okay, what's this
Prophecy.
one?
Which after our time with the Norns, we've all had quite enough of.
But Odin still believes.
Oh, I have to use.
That's gotta be why the Einherjar stole the moon. He's still trying to avoid Ragnarok.
Or he prepares for it. Fights a proxy war in this realm to
Can
distract his
anybody
enemies.
see another one?
Or that, I guess.
Anyone else see another lovely little thingy? Medallion, I guess is the word. Oh! Okay. Anything else? Oh. Really, buddy? Oh, I have to burn it. Okay, well, sigil time.
Outcome.
Okay, really, bro? Really? You gotta miss the mark like that? Like, what? Brandon! It's connected to the PlayStation! Please stop! Brandon just used his controller and connected it to the PlayStation. No. Brandon! Oh my god. Yeah. The struggle is so real today. I'm so tired. A girl can be so tired these days, man. I'm just exhausted these days, for real. Fantastic. Really?
Alka!
This is what I get for Brandon gaming at the same time as me. God damn it. So hard today. Let's go. Maximum health increased once again. She's a pro gamer, I say. I am, in fact, a pro gamer today. Just not a pro streamer, and that's okay.
I
We
can
take
sense
what
them
you
up
get.
there. It's
Thanks.
gotta be their den.
Excited to meet Skoll and Hattie, lad?
I mean, I've heard all your stories. It's gonna be weird meeting them in person.
Legend meeting reality.
There's a lot of
At the very
health
least,
things
it
over
shouldn't
here.
Fail to entertain.
That's stressing me out. Something bad's about to happen. There shouldn't be this many health things. Yep, we're about to enter a boss fight, huh?
Hello? I think they're sleeping.
Well, there you have it.
Wow, it's
The
so pretty.
Legendary celestial wolves, supremely entertaining as promised.
Wow.
Remember their shrine? They didn't rejoin the sky until after the moon returned.
And then chased an
Oh my God,
arrow
hello?
across the sky.
Right. Well,
They're so cute.
best we go find the moon and put it back where it belongs, eh? As if that's a perfectly normal thing to say.
They're so cute. They're so cute. What the fuck?
The Aner Yar.
Can we give them a little boop on their snoot or no or
Managed to
what?
Stuff the moon inside a box.
I wanna boop their snoot.
Memory serves.
But it didn't say where they took the box.
Aye, that's the rub of using prophecy as a map, isn't it? Bit sparse on the details.
There's a war camp in the nearby village. A strong fortress to guard their bounty. We will try that first.
Okay, well,
So besides Hildesvini and the elves, who else is part of Freyr's army?
Not much army, really. Although Birger was a soldier, once walking the path of a
I
traveler.
can't just kill these, right? Oh, I can. Never mind.
With that enormous broken sword of his.
A traveler that doesn't want to kill us.
Wow,
That's nice.
that's rare, actually. Can I go up here? The fuck is that? What the fuck are those, dude?
Einar, your head.
I'm ready.
In your heart?
Ne emungere sat verinner.
Damn, they just be talking a lot of shit in this bitch, huh? Frostbite, ho! Yeah, get fucked by my mighty Tundra. I am Canada. Did I just behead her? Come here, bitches.
Careful, brother. You're covered in Bifrost.
Thanks, buddy, I know. That's nice. Get fucked! In the booty! Yay! Isn't this so cozy? I love this game. This is very cozy to me. Guys, I've been called cozy recently. And I don't know how. People keep thinking I'm cozy, but I am appreciative of that term. Thank you. Yes. Hi, baby.
Did you see that?
Sorry, did he
I
just...
didn't know they could do that.
An enemy.
Stay alert. Yeah?
Correct. Fitting.
Okay, but like, what does it say though? It means verdant. The Vanir acknowledge the abundance of their realm, but the need to write it down is redundant. The beauty of Vanaheim speaks for itself. Aw, that's cute. So, where did the flash over there go? I scared.
There she is again. Guess they know we're coming.
Is she leading us or some shit?
Can't
Like-
believe no one's here.
They hide.
The Vanir aren't all hardened warriors like our dear Freya. Those who survive
I
the
hear a
warfare
raven.
find it easier to hide in the jungle and use nature as their shield.
No, I hear Raven. I hear one! Where? Where are you? Where are you? Hello? Bird? Guys, where's this bird? I'm actually gonna lose it. Where is this fucking bird? Guys. Hello? Where? Hello? No, I've never missed a bird so far. Where is the bird? No, seriously, where's the bird? Hey, guys? I'm sad. Where's the bird? Maybe I have to wait. Can't anybody see the bird? Maybe it's over there and I just have to wait. Okay. Let me just explore this area first.
This wall. When I bring it down, we strike.
Yep.
Top. La, wallahi, can anybody tell me where the bird is? Seriously, I can't find the bird. Drew? This is a serious moment. I can't find this fucking bird. Where? Guys, I can't see this bird. Smash Mouth the series? Is it though? Is that? Also, hi Drew, I love you. I want to see the room. Okay, I will make a turn. Remind me to do this, okay?
Empty.
Where'd they all go?
They don't want to fight us, dude.
Wait, there's the moon. Box? Down there. That's gotta be it. This is definitely an ambush.
Yes.
And yet here we are, doing it anyways. Tabo.
We can get to it from up here.
Oh. Oh, he's a liar.
Look out! Called it.
I love how we knew it was an ambush and we still did it. It's genius. She's dead.
Careful, brother. You're covered in Blackthorn.
What the fuck? Kratos, come on. Die, ho! Oh, I'm doing the damn thing.
Behind you! Incoming!
What just happened? Farah!
Behind you! Look out!
This ambush is funny. Honestly, Drew, I'm getting stressed out, kind of.
Behind you!
You think? I hope so. Here's to hoping. Where'd the bitch go? They were right there. Oh, am I done? Oh. Nice. Yeah, we're done.
That puts a dent in Odin's forces. At
Nice.
least for the time being.
That was quite
Asgard's
easy.
running out of soldiers anytime soon.
They were pretty weak, low key, kind of. They ain't got shit on that one lizard we were getting fucked by. Remember that one lizard, you guys, that I still haven't beat? Remember that lizard? Remember that fuckwad? Yeah, I remember. I remember that lizard. I hate that lizard. All my homies hate that lizard. Told you. Love you. That lizard has your number? No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He's not Mark Zuckerberg. How do I get down there, Taib? Out of curiosity, Taib, it's on site. No, fuck that. Fuck that guy. I fucking hate that lizard, dude. That lizard can sug my balls, for real.
Ready
I
to put
fucking
the moon
hate
back where it
him.
belongs? Okay, yeah. That is a weird thing to say.
Dude, we are Michael Bublé. I will get you the moon. I am Michael Bublé.
Hey, hurry! She's getting away. Come on.
Oh my god, not me doing a race now. Oh.
A double ambush?
Going on a trip.
Didn't see that coming.
Just die. Just accept death, please.
She's gone again. Hurry, we gotta get across.
Where? Where did you fucking go? I'm getting farther, bro. How? How? Habibi. How? Ya Habibi, how? Oh. Oh, okay, got it. I'm struggling.
There. Alka. He's going up the waterfall.
Behind you! Incoming!
Where did shithole go?
Behind you. Incoming.
Kind of. Fuck. Lizard cannot suck. Lizard has no lips. You say that,
time's
right?
The charm.
They are not smart.
Aye, and there's that.
You say that. But here it is, sucking my dick.
You know, what we're doing right now, all of this, it's almost exactly how we saw it play out back in Skull and Hati's shrine. The wolves are back in Vanaheim. We're rescuing the moon.
Yes, I remember the prophecy.
So, doesn't it make you worried? If everything we're doing now happened in the Jotnar shrine?
Remember our agreement. Prophecy will not dictate our actions.
Correct.
Yeah.
Our allies need help. That is our focus now.
Aw. He's just worried about his dad. Honestly, I would just stay
Taking a
home.
wrong turn. Our thief's gone skyward.
Whoa, what is that?
A wyvern! Nasty beast! Careful, lads!
Fucking eat!
Harriet's attack!
Come here, birdie. I know birds don't like frostbite, that's for sure.
Right flank!
Behind you! Watch out!
I'm making a chicken shish kebab! Chicken shish kebab! Chicken shish kebab يا شلك. والله. خد شرمو. Are you still a fur if your fursona doesn't have fur? Maybe. I made shish tawuk. I made a shish tawuk. Chicken shish tawuk.
This? It's from Helheim. Heimdall must have grabbed this while I freed Garm. I was there, but I didn't know.
And now you fight to undo the damage. Your guilt
Okay.
is misplaced.
I want to go back
No, you're right.
and get the raven, please. Thank you. That is my main
There's
request right
some
now.
reason we're heading back through the village. There's a quicker path back to the den.
Yeah, there's a reason. I want the raven, bro. I've got one focus in my life, and it's this raven. Sorry. Listen. Are you a fursona, Triper? What would your fursona be? I feel like you'd be like a... Triper, I think you'd be a goat. Maybe a llama. I see that for you. Okay, can anybody see the fucking ugly ass bird? Hello, bitch.
We're sending those ravens back.
Oh, that's nice. That feels good. That feels very good to me. A fucking goat? I'm on top. Wait, greatest of all time. I don't know. I just feel like you'd be a goat, though. I genuinely, I feel like you'd be a goat. I don't know. If I'd be something, I think I'd just be a cat, honestly. I'm a type of person where it's like, I can be like close to somebody, but like sometimes I need my space and I'll like bite you if you're too close. I'm like, bah! Yeah, you would be. I see that for you. I see that for you. I do. I do. Where am I going? I'm lost. Where am I? I went the wrong way. I am not afraid. No, I know. But I feel like you would, if you were, you would be a goat. That would be your first stone, methinks. Yay! It's doing well, my video. I'm excited. I was worried. I thought I got shadow banned. Somebody recently told me that I was shadow banned on their YouTube, and I got really scared. I was like, no, what's happening? However, what's it called? Let's just clear this up. Wait, however, I took my son to a birthday party. Oh my god, no, Triper, I will never let my kids wear a tail ever since I found out, unfortunately, that there are anal plugs that are tails. I saw that at the store. I was like,
to the den through here. They will pursue.
and there was just like a wall of tails, and I was like, what the fuck are these? He's like, butt plugs. I'm like, with tails? He's like, yeah.
Father, how are you so sure?
Not to kink shame anybody, but what the fuck?
Doubt is a weakness we cannot afford.
Who said anything about doubt? So far, we've done everything the giant said we would.
We make our own choices. Nothing forces us.
Can I bust this wall now? Really? Seriously? No, because I found out that was a thing, and I was so concerned for the future of humanity. I was like, but like, why though? Like, who's buying that? And no, because like, honest to God though, if I was buying something like that, I wouldn't buy it at a store, right? Like, how? Like, how could you actually go face to face with somebody and buy it? Like, at least buy it online. What the fuck? Like, is there no shame? But then again, there shouldn't be. But also, I was concerned heavily for our safety. It's so funny when they go in the air like that. You're totally mounted animal tail. I mean, it's at least they don't know who you are, right? Like, I just like, they don't know who you are. That's the point. That's the safety of it, right? That's crazy. Do you guys think that famous people order Amazon like using their actual names? Probably not, right? You think they even use Amazon? I feel like they just probably like have like assistants go buy their things per like immediately, right? Probably to a PO box. That's true.
Doing all this. What if we're
I wanted to get a PO box, but they cost so much money.
Isn't there any way to avoid fate?
Like so much money.
What if we can't stop you from?
Would you turn your back on the wolves? On this realm? Remember
In a 7-Eleven in
our
Japan.
agreement.
What is? Oh my god, I want to know. Let me know. Tell me. I need to know now. Also, Sung, what do you want me to call you? I know that you're named Nessa, baby. Nessa, hi, baby. Long time no see. How are you, Nessa? Oh my god, hi. I love you, hi. I'm JQ, welcome in. I can't read that, but I can read the I'm JQ Ka. Welcome in. And Nessa, baby, welcome in. Hi, readers. I'm Farah. I'm a full-time content creator and streamer. I'm currently playing God of War. It's my first time playing it. I love it. It's my favorite. I love our little Baldy. Love you. Enjoy your lurk.
So be
I
it.
love you. If y'all need to raid a run, feel free to. Go ahead. Go chill. I'm going to be screaming a lot. Just let me know. I'm being honest with you. I will be screaming. But if you guys want to go hang out with the coolest bad bitch of FPS gaming, as well as one of the most beautiful voices and beautiful faces, go check out Nessa if you haven't already. Thank you again for the raid, Habibi. But Sung, what do I call you, by the way? Because I know you're named after Jinwoo from
Here goes nothing.
Sung Jinwoo. From obviously, like, Soul Leveling. But I was like, what would you want me to call you? Pummel Party. Ooh, what's that? You can call me Sung. Oh, okay, cool. Trying to get me to play this game. This game is fucking amazing. That's why you have to play it. Guys, I put the moon back. It's like Mario Party. Oh, okay. Did you like it?
Just like inside their shrine.
Hi, you are Habibi. Welcome in. Welcome in. Zero 2. I love that for you. We love a party.
If I do this,
Yeah.
Fate only binds you if you let it.
Oh,
Do
he's so
what's
cute.
necessary. Not because it is written.
You speak your truth, King. How have you been? I've been good, honestly. I had to move back here. I moved back here into my apartment from my parents' home again because I spent time with them and stuff. And now I need to be in my apartment. And then we turned our bedroom into my stream room, which is like quite a thing. There's a high school girl sweat deodorant you could buy. What the fuck? But I hope you've been well, Nessa. I love you. Go have some water so you don't get hungover, Habibi. Go have some water. Seriously, it's important. Mm.
Good choice, lad.
Hi, Zemza. Welcome in. Zemsu? Zemsa? Welcome in. I'm drinking water. Okay, good. Good.
They have a gift for us. A way to
Oh,
call
what's a
them
gift?
Anytime we need them.
Aww. They're so cute. Stop. They're so cute. I am drinking a lot of water. Trust me. I drink like 5 of these a day, and this is a liter.
Remember that altar?
Dude,
we
they
saw
gave
when
us a
we
glow
first got
stick.
here? I think that's where we're supposed to use it.
They gave us a glow
Perhaps
stick.
Freya will know.
Can I
So
pet
in
it?
essence, they just gave us the keys of dusk till dawn. Not bad for a day's work.
We should head back to Hildesfini and tell them about it.
No, but fuck that.
Yeah?
You can buy hentai. No, that's crazy. No,
Back
no,
to
no.
the
I don't.
camp.
Okay, enough. I don't want to hear about it. That's crazy. Can I pet it? Please, can I pet it? Oh, I want to pet it. Please. This is actually torture. You gave me a cute puppy and I can't pet it. This is some bullshit. The first time I was ever in a 7-Eleven was when I went to San Diego for TwitchCon. I was like, wow, what is 7-Eleven?
Wow.
I've never seen one.
This place changes at
I
night.
was like, this is fancy. This is
lot.
cool.
No less humid, unfortunately.
Hi, Bedla baby. What?
Jaffa!
Another thing? Leave me alone, you fucking gremlins. I don't want to write it. It's not good for its back. Accept your frostbite, ho.
Behind you! Look out!
Behind me, in front of me, I am all covered. Oh man, is it easier to play on control? Oh my god, no. Nessa, it's only on PlayStation, baby. It's only on PlayStation. 5. This is God of War Ragnarok. It's only on PlayStation.
五条先生の教え子って関係ないですよ。虎杖悠仁。
Aww,
僕が殺し
you
ます。
are. That's so sweet.
Love you loads. You're worth supporting.
You are. That's actually so sweet. What the hell? Yeah, if you guys didn't know, Twitch is doing a 60-40 split available for the Plus program now, which is really cool. And if I get 100 sub points, which is really cool, I'm only 26 away from getting a 60-40 split minus instead of a 50-50. And tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 subs help me a lot. But thank you so much, you are. That's really sweet. And Nessa, the older one, the 2018 one, is on PC now. You definitely can. Oh, that was way too easy. That was like unnecessary
That wasn't the
brutal.
same one from earlier, was it?
No.
They come back fast. Not that fast.
In Asgard, what else did you see of Odin's army?
Well, all these Einherjar we
You know how long I've been free to play.
They've
I
already
love
died
that
in
about
battle
you though.
once. We kill
Hi.
them here,
Hi.
and they'll just wake back up in Valhalla. They never truly die.
Should it come to war, we do well to have our own endless army of dead soldiers.
You mean Helheim's army, like the prophecy said.
It will not come to that.
It will not come to that. No, it shan't. It shan't, I say. I'm Twist. Wait, I still have things like highlighted on the map. I don't need this anymore. Can we stop? Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course it is. Andrew, I'm doing good. I'm just vibing out here trying to kill these fucking lizards. I'm at low health as fuck.
Brother, get up, brother.
Get up, brother. I can't though. So people can't afford getting as much as I reckon. I need to. Oh, that's really sweet. I appreciate you. Or so why do lizards fuck you? I'm not really sure what their issue is, but they clearly want me like really badly. Have some frostbite. Oh, Nessa, stop. Gatsby, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the brand new tier 1 sub. What the heck? I appreciate you so much. You have no idea. Thank you. Not the hype train right now. Thank you so much for the hype train, Sheila. Ah! Stop! Sheila, thank you so much. I love you. Thank you. I love you. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. And Mr. Gatsby, thank you so much for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate you so much. Genuinely, I don't have words except thank you for you guys. Like, I'm gonna cry. Oh, for anybody who doesn't know, tier 1 subs count as 1 point. Tier 3 subs count as 6 points. Tier 2 count as 2.
This really hits the spot.
This really hits the spot.
For the hype train.
Gatsby, thank you so much for the 50. Thank you so much. I appreciate you greatly. We are literally only 25 points away, which is actually crazy. That's like, it means a lot to me because like before when I was streaming consistently, obviously I had like a lot more subs for obvious reasons. But now that I'm doing it back regularly, I hope I can get back there so I can like help support myself and like content. It's really nice. Oh, Sarah, you never have to worry about that, baby. Never push yourself when you can't. It's always okay. But thank you guys so much, and thank you so much for the support. I will literally cry.
五条悟は俺が殺した。よう、久しぶり。そうかもな。
Without me. It's such a good alert. Controversy, because it feels so empty without me. That's such a good alert. Oh my god, that was a good alert. Gotta bop so hard. I fucking know, right? Thank you so much for gifting a sub, Gatsby. That's really sweet. Thank you. I appreciate you. No, Sarah, it is so valid and so okay. I had to skim down on my subs hardcore ever since becoming a full-time content creator and quitting my job. Like, trust me, I get you. I totally understand you. Obviously not to the same extent, of course. But I just want you to know that you are loved and you are supported and you are understood, and it is totally valid and okay. You just being here is enough for me. And hi, Grand. Sorry. I literally have your letter. I read it yesterday. Should I out you on stream? No, that's not nice. That's not very nice. I literally read it yesterday. I was like, oh, go for it. No, that's fucked up. I'm not doing that. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
You report back to Hildisvini. Then what?
It was sappy as hell and it was cute as fuck.
We will not leave without rescuing her brother and the Light Elf.
Today I have to go pick up. Oh, guys, by the way, I forgot to tell you. So for anybody who's been to my apartment, only one person in this chat has been, Sheila. Sheila, so you remember the living room? I've turned it into the bedroom, right? But we got like a massive shelf, like a calyx from IKEA to like separate the bedroom from the living room. It's nice. How much I love it. Stop. How about I read your letter? Stop.
And that my allegiance is recognized.
Zachy.
It's not gonna stop searching for masterpieces.
That is his concern.
Cheer
not
100
ours.
Octio
Sure.
Sparkle.
But if
Stop. Zachy, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. I appreciate you. But if for anybody who doesn't know about the 60-40 split thing, gifted subs do not count for some reason, which is so fucked up. Tier 1 subs equate to 1 point. Tier 2 subs count for 2 points. Tier 3 subs count as 6 points. So tier 3 subs are the best possible option. Of course, they're a lot more expensive, and I totally understand if you can't. Obviously, totally fine. But if you can, that'd be pretty cool. I don't know if I have my partner thingy available. I do, but I don't know why it only shows partner plus and not the availability for the 60-40. Probably because it's not available yet.
that mask offers.
You know, I have the letter frame. I know you sent me a
Sure,
picture.
exact a price.
It was so cute.
Be wary of
Thank you so much for the
shortcuts to
100
knowledge.
biddies, Zachy. I appreciate
Yes,
you.
Father.
Oh, kawaii koto. Along with my letters from you. Cutie. Thank you guys so much for the level 3 hype train. For themselves into the better revenue split? Really? But who would do that? That's so... I didn't even think about that. That's actually kind of smart, can't lie. It's actually kind of confusing. Yeah, it's true. It is quite confusing. You can upgrade your tier from the same place you subscribe from. Pretty easy, actually. It took me a while to figure it out myself, genuinely. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, Sarah, please. I quiet him. What am I doing? Where am I going, actually? Like, I'm actually so fucking confused right now. You made a little graphic for it? Stop. That's so cute. Can I copy it? I'm kidding. You just get the better deal. Yeah, but that would be so expensive, though. Like, who can afford that? Nobody can afford to give themselves 100 subs. What the fuck? Where am I going? I am so lost right now, G. Habibi, it's this way. Where am I going? Oh, this way. Okay. You're the big streamers, yeah. But those big streamers don't need the help. Like, they've got it already. They probably have, like, 100 subs easy. Like, it's nothing to them. That's the point. It's like, for smaller streamers, that's a lot for us.
Do all the plants that want to kill us?
Love learning new things.
Only the Carnapsus ones.
Thank you for using the Palestine command. Fuck you, bro. Where the fuck am I? Fuck you, Debbie. No, this looks like a job for me, so everybody. Because it feels so empty without me. I am so fucking lost. I literally have the fucking thing in the top, but like I still get lost. Right? It's literally stuck in my... I literally just said it too. I was like, this looks like a job for me.
Who's that?
Ah, that wrinkly mug belongs to Helka. She's a Blothunder.
Choo-choo. Let's go.
Pinpoint accurate tracking.
What does a Polaroid... Oh, it's... I'll send you a Polaroid picture in the
You'll
mail.
love her.
I'm still vibing. Isn't it fucking fire? Because we need a little controversy because it feels so empty without me.
Kratos, Atreus. That eclipse was your doing, I take it. Thank you for coming. Big Veer used the diversion to escape.
Oh, Sarah.
What about your brother?
We
know
love
where
you.
they're holding him now. Bela's already prepped the explosives. If you're with me, we can leave as soon as you're ready.
Nor.
could
I need
use
a
enough
resurrection
Shapeshifter's
stone.
help. Go with him, Atreus. I will aid Freya.
Yes, sir.
Oh, not him saying yes, sir. A cutie.
The fuse is but 30 heartbeats. That's enough. Once
Get to
you
be
see
with.
the signal-
I love you so much. Stop. Actually, yeah, Draper spitting facts. You need to stop. Actually, like.
Let's do it. You still owe me the story of who made these things.
My booty hole did. Me and my fat booty hole crafted these ourselves. Where do I get divine ashes from?
You make up your mind.
Shut up, you sassy
What's the Witch of the
fuckwad.
Woods need? Make up your mind?
Oh, you're pissing me off.
We got more lip flapping to do or
Hi,
no?
Olo. So I have my little board next to my desk that says "The Girl Go Forever" now with the T-Con back. Yeah. That's nice. You're like literally about to break me, dude. You need to stop. I don't know where I'm
The
going.
wolves gave us a scepter. They will answer, should we call on them.
Good. There's a shortcut to Njord's temple we can use in daylight.
The Einherjar are holding Freyr in your father's own temple.
It's been empty for as long as I can remember. There's a celestial altar across the river. According to Big Veer, the altars were once used to signal the wolves. And now we have just the scepter to do it.
I love this team. I love my
What is your
stream.
plan?
I love my community.
reach the temple,
You guys are my
I'll
favorites.
fire off
Even
the
if you
beacon.
bully me, you're my
A
favorite
signal
people
for Bela
ever.
and Birger to set off their
Truly,
distraction.
my
Good
family.
talk, Elf Hive.
Nice to not be on the receiving end of it for once.
With their
Can you move
drawn
this thing so I
elsewhere,
can look?
you and I can assault the main force from behind.
While Atreus and Hildisvini
No,
slip
you're
in to
amazing.
rescue
Fuck
your
you.
brother
Stop.
in the confusion.
I can't deal with this right now.
Once we see their beacon, we'll regroup by the river and escape on Freyr's boat.
They say bullying is a love language. Oh yes, it is for me. Truly. Can you stop, Habibi? Stop. Shut up. I don't need these notifications. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god, you fucking dipshit. Technical difficulties are the first thing to make me like lose any sense of like happiness. Wallahi. Oh, fantastic.
The wisp replicate!
I was here checking my computer. Made you cry a few times, but I've never bullied you. I think I feel bad if I do, even joke. Why? It's quite friendly. Can we not do that today? Ugly ass.
Good, that's the
Why
way!
does it have to separate? Where'd it go? We got stuff for all. Literally! Yeah, we do. We hang around in Discord quite often, Gatsby. Genuinely. I think we're probably gonna start watching movies in Discord again, like have movie nights again. I'm very excited for that. Partner plus if the individual subs are gifted 6 points advantage each, if that makes sense. I agree. I agree, Gran. That would be awesome. Would it have been so weird? I don't think it would have been that weird. I would have been okay.
From above! Bifrost!
How do I attack homebro? What the heck? Oh, you want to watch movie nights with me, Becca? Really? Oh, I didn't think anybody wanted to be fair.
Careful, brother. You're covered in Bifrost.
That's why I haven't been doing it. But that'd be awesome. I would love to.
Behind you! Incoming!
You guys fuck up. You love my... Stop.
Get that thing to shut up!
What thing? Where is it? Come here, Wolfie. What the fuck? Blueberry, what the fuck? No, why did the alert not go off? Twitch needs to get their shit together. Okay? Okay? Like, I'm actually gonna lose my shit. Why didn't it go off? There's an alert for that. There's literally an alert for that. Blueberry, what the hell? Thank you so much. Hola, fuck you. Fuck you. Seriously, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The alert didn't go off. That is some bullshit. Wait, let me go fix this. I'm not dealing with this right now. Technical difficulties will be the enemy. No, I'm getting an alert for this. This is the last thing I do. Browser sorts alerts. Yes. Thank you so much. I know Leia will literally love that. Like love that so much. Thank you. That's really sweet. Here, I'm gonna do filter and I'm gonna do control audio from here. Okay? And I'll go browser and I'll go advanced audio settings and I'll go monitor only. There we go. That way you guys can hear it. There, that was the alert practically. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for the heating pad. I appreciate you, Olaf. That's really sweet. Somebody just commented on my video, sis acts like an Arabic mother. Okay. Well. Rao, thanks. Thank you for your... Thanks. I mean, okay, they're not wrong, okay, Bassiani. At the same time, they don't have to fucking say it in my face. Like, it's kind of rude, no? Oh, I love raging and then falling. I'm not resurrecting over this, should I? I love Arabic moms. What do you mean you love Arabic moms? I think the only one you've met is my mom, no?
This is a fine mess.
Did I just die? Oh, okay. And reactions, and you go full Egyptian? I showed my true self. Okay, the alerts for Throne should work from now on. But you're not there yet. Well, I maybe will one day. Chris! Hi, Happy, welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in, our CEO. What?
Your plan
Those that I've met, I love my Arab mom.
This is a trap.
That's what you're saying.
I know, and I don't care.
Guys, look at Chris's DP over there in the chat thing. Look at Chris's DP. Doesn't he look professional as fuck? My man looks professional, you know. All right, bitch, come here. Enjoy frostbite to your coochie.
Incoming Bifrost up above!
Behind you!
Must stop that Nokin from singing!
Where? Hi, Breasty.
The Alpha!
This is an enjoyable experience for all.
Enemy behind you, Kratos!
Just for you. Wow, I feel so loved. Thank you. You should play the game though. And God dang it. I don't like making jokes about illnesses like that. Like, I get it, but I feel bad. I don't like the same way I don't like people saying like I'm so OCD. I don't want to say the same thing when something is really sweet. I don't want to say diabetes. Like, it just doesn't feel right. Oh, guys, did I tell you about what my dentist said to me? Dude, I almost lost my shit. Now that you mention it, I think of other Arab moms I've met besides yours. She was just, oh.
They've rallied more soldiers since our last
visit. I'm glad that you like my mom.
Our disadvantages are many.
Brandon took Leia to the vet yesterday. They gave us the all clear. We just have to switch up her food for a bit. Is that awesome? Is that awesome? I got so happy. I was so concerned about Leia. But guys, no, do you want to know what's funny? Okay. What was I saying? Oh, my dentist. Okay, guys. My dentist. Okay, listen. My dentist, okay? He was like, okay, let me show you. This is a bit too much, I think. I'm sharing too much about my life right now, but I'll show you. Look. Ha. See that? I have a bony growth in my mouth. Look. Ha. See that thing? See that bony thing on my upper my mouth? That one. Yeah, that one. Anyways. That one, okay? Apparently, that's not normal. Apparently, that's not normal. So I was like, what is that? Why does it hurt every time you guys like touch that? Like, what is that? He's like, oh, it's a bony growth. And so the nurse was like concerned. She's like, oh, I'm going to have the doctor check it out. I'm like, nah. So I asked the doctor. He's like, oh, 1 in 10 people have that. I'm like, what? Yeah, some people just have like overgrown bones in their mouth. Sorry? When my mom called me special, I didn't think she meant like this, you know? Like, I was very concerned. I was like, so is it like cancer? He's like, no, don't worry. It's chill. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean it's chill? I'm like, this one's smaller than this one. This one's bigger. He's like, oh yeah, that'll grow. I'm like, so you're telling me I'm going to have 2 large bony growths in my mouth? He's like, yes. He's like, Farah, you just need to chill. You need to learn to take day by day. I'm like, bro, I have anxiety. I can't do that. He's like, I have anxiety too, but I can chill. I'm like, well, actually, like, I have OCD, so, like, it's not that chill for me, no. He's like, I'm OCD too, you know? I'm very intense about my cleaning. I'm like, that's not the same. Shut up. I literally, I put my hand up. I'm like, stop. Nope, not the same. Obsessions are, like, something that, debilitating. They're, like, stressful. I almost said decapitating. And then he was like, so what are your obsessions? I'm like, well, if they weren't debilitating, I would have shared them, wouldn't I? What is wrong with you, man? Has a hole in their tooth that they need to have the tooth pulled out. A bone. Jesus Christ. Let's see if that's true. I need 9 people to confirm that they don't have this. Does anybody else here not have a bony growth, perhaps?
That no can kill its friends, brother.
But where is it though? Is he up there?
The Alpha.
Anyways, I just thought I'd share that fun thing. I do not have a bony growth. Well, that must be nice for you. It makes, you know, like, it makes like dental things a lot easier for you because like when they put like a thing to take the shape of my tooth, it hurts, dude. I was like, ow, I don't like it. Wait, it's still alive?
Finally.
Oh, I killed it. Nice. Anyways, I just wanted to share that with you. I know that was a lot to share, but I just felt like I should share it. It felt important to me. I got a bony growth for you. That shouldn't be bony, bro. You good? It's called my dick. Seek help.
Try dragging the scepter across the bell a few times.
12 tooth extractions? 7 years of braces? Fuck me. It's infuriating, right, Olaf? It's actually infuriating. Wow.
What are you doing? The bridge only grows in the daylight.
I wanted to see the wolves again.
Yeah.
I suppose they are grateful for the attention. Okay, you've seen them. Now.
She's so sassy. It's never not funny. Stop. No, but seriously though, like the amount of like lack of understanding towards OCD is like really upsetting me these days. I love the wolfies. Kratos really said, I wanted to see the wolves again, bitch. What about it? We love an honest king.
Our actions in this realm follow the prophecy of the giants. Atreus believes Ragnarok is inevitable.
The Norns were quite clear on the nature of prophecy. They told us the sum of our choices were predictable. But we have changed, haven't we?
Sup, G? I like how he was just standing there.
Careful, brother. You're covered in Bifrost.
Yay! Isn't this cozy? Okay, so what movie should we watch in Discord then, guys? What movies should we be watching? Because I actually don't know what we should be watching. I did a girl with OCD some time ago, and she said I was the first person. Aww. That's such a sad experience to like have. Genuinely, poor baby. She'd be okay and heal slowly.
Behind you! Look out!
Mary and Max? What's that? What is that? Bedla, what is that? But it's cute and fun. Well, okay, put that in the Discord in the movie chat. I'll add it.
To walk that path. Back when we first met, I doubt you'd have done the same.
And you? Do you still seek Ragnarok?
Odin has much to answer for. If Groa's prophecy is correct,
Thank you,
perhaps
Vedla,
my
baby.
realm can finally know peace. Perhaps I can know peace.
Forgive me for being a head on a belt, but haven't we all just
Head on a belt.
established how prophecy is pure havers?
Gods, Mimir.
What?
The most annoying man alive.
Anything over here? Hi, Buster. Oh, I already did it. Okay, well. Beth, I just want you to know that you made me very happy saying that you like movie nights. I just want you to know that. Made me very happy. Not to be corny, but I am happy. No, because like, what the fuck, Farah? It's about 8-year-old girl who finds a pen pal in America. She's from Australia. And it's about their friendship over the years. Oh, wait, that sounds really cute. I like that. We accept all the corniness. A little corniness. I feel like we're very corny. I think it's an animation, I think. Oh, is it? I also, hi, Callie, love you. Mew, I love you. Where is Mew? Hi, Mew, I love you. Can we get a shout out for Callie, please? I love Callie in this household.
More up ahead. On your mark.
Yeah, yeah. Sup, bitches? Weak bitch. You not so much.
Left flank.
Can you get a shout out for Callie, please?
From behind! Incoming!
Careful, brother. You're covered in Bifrost.
Okay.
The Alpha!
A hole in my tooth. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. I hope you're okay. No, he recuperated? Jeez Louise. I also had a bone graft and a hole in my tooth. Oh my god, just like Joe. Damn. Why everybody's teeth fucked up these days? What the fuck is going on? Thank you so much, Fedla. I appreciate you. Go check out Callie if you haven't already. Farah has a bony growth. Yeah, I do. I have a bony growth. I did. I showed everybody. I was like, ah. I felt like a titan. Somebody, why do people comment in different languages sometimes in I don't know how to respond. I don't know how I got here, but I like this channel. Oh! Guys, how do I say that back in English? It's Spanish. No sé cómo llegué aquí, pero me gusta este canal. How do I respond? I say, gracias. Gracias para una cerveza, por favor, means a beer, please. No, gracias para your support. Thank you for your support. Gracias para gracias para something. Mew, thank you, baby. Parker, hi, baby. Other people's dead bony. What? Sorry? What do you mean? Were you kissing like a dead body or what? Of cadaver bone? No, you're fucking with me. Thank you for your support. No, not para. Por tu apoyo. Yes. Por tu. Yes. I speak Spanish now. Apoyo. Apoyo? Abby speaking. Hi, Rune. Welcome in, and thank you for the alert. So people will just like be buying cadaver bone. Is that like the kind of stuff that happens when you like donate your like body? Fun fact, I initially have organ donor on my card, right? But I found out recently that it's against my religion. So at this point, I'm conflicted. What do I do? Because like I want to be an organ donor, but at the same time, I'm scared. Olaf. Thank you. For 4 months? Please.
I fucking hate ads, man.
Fair. So valid and fair. I hope you enjoy your ad-free viewing and sub badge and and your emotes. Olaf, thank you so much, Habibi, for the 4 months. Thank you so much. That helps me with a Partner Plus push. I appreciate you very much. Thank you. All the kissies.
Careful,
All the support.
that's the Alpha. Tough fight.
She said back off. Bad idea. So should I do it? Haha. Guys, you think he's the Alpha or the Sigma?
Changing arrows.
Behind you!
When the streamer calls me Habibi. My man is Angie. That was intense. Get fucked in the butthole. Wow. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. We can take away the Sapphire Award thing now because I did not get nominated, unfortunately, Sag. Oh. I got fucked in the ass. I got fucked. Yay. Such cozy content we experience. I got fucked. Thanks, Olaf. Thank you. Yum. It's the alpha. Suck my balls. Alpha, bitch. Yeah, what about it? Good for her. Thanks. Thanks, though. Bismillah. Bismillah. Have you thought about dying? The concept of death really suits you. Oh, طيب. Ah. Ah. She wasn't joking when she said tough. Have you thought about the concept of death these days? I don't know, بس يعني usually I don't condone that, بس يعني something about it suits you these days, والله. Where's the hell? Ah! Freya, save me!
Brother, get up! Brother!
Also, though, my titanium implant from the bone graft situation is 10 years old now. Apparently, they don't last forever, but around 10 years. And I'm like, what the actual fuck does that mean? Around 10 years. That's what it means. You're welcome. I am dentist. Don't you believe me?
Careful,
I am dentist.
Alpha. Tough fight.
Alpha. Don't worry, kitten. Alpha will save you. Don't worry, kitten.
On your guard, Kratos.
Yeah, Freya, get all the hits for me, babes. Yeah, be a bad bitch. Be a bad bitch for daddy. Be a bad bitch for daddy! Stay back in! Astaghfirullah. Ah! Ah! Bismillah. Bismillah.
What good's a shield if you're not going to use it?
Shut the fuck up, Mimi! Are you fucking dead? For somebody who can't do shit, he has a lot of shit to say. Guys, I don't like his face. It's scaring me. I don't feel safe in this environment. Okay. Bismillah. Stand back, bitch. Stand back, Hayden. Daddy's got this. Daddy's got this! Where'd he go? No, I was this close and he... Guys, he played hide and seek. You guys, he played hide and seek. You guys, he played hide and seek. That's a scam. Did you see that? He played hide and seek. How is that fair? Wallahi, I was this close and yani, he played hide and seek. Wallahi, that was bullshit. Wallahi, that was... I had it. I had it up the... La, fuck this guy, wallahi. Also, hi, Johnny, habibi. Where in Egypt am I from? I'm from Cairo. It's called Cairo. I've noticed that my Arabic has really come out these days quite a lot. And I kind of love it, I can't lie. Okay, I'm totally gonna fail this one. It's okay.
Switching arrows.
It's okay. I'll redo it. I've been to Sharm el-Sheikh. Oh my god, that's where most tourists go. Yeah, did you like it? I love the beach there. I love the beach in Sharm. It's definitely where all the tourists go, though. Egyptians usually go to the north coast. There's a place called Guna. That's usually where the Egyptians go. I think you'd like it a lot. He played cheating, right? He totally cheated. Fucking bullshitter.
Careful, that's the alpha.
Yeah.
Nasty hit.
That was some bullshit. That's bullshit, no? Like, I didn't do anything there. Bullshit. I'm really annoyed that I lost that one, though. I'm really annoyed. It was 2005. Okay. Got you. Oh, dude, I was like a baby. I was 9. Oh my god, Olaf, you're only 2 years older than me. Slay. And have had a fear of the... Oh, you almost drowned. The water there can be intense for sure. It's definitely not for a beginner. Definitely not for a beginner, for sure. Okay, bismillah.
Careful, that's the alpha. Tough fight.
I can beat him. I feel it in my bones. Big boy's coming. Call him the bitch that he is.
Nasty hit. You all right, brother?
No, wallahi, I'm not. Kitten, I'm getting fucked.
The Alpha.
Okay, I can be resurrected now. I can do it. I can do it. Shut the fuck up! I did it without the resurrection. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god, I feel so cool right now, you guys. My dad, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I feel so cool right now. Wow. That was cool, that was cool, that was cool. Let's go, right? My dad and I snorkeled by the reef when I saw a big spiky fish and oh. Oh. Oh, Olaf, that's so scary. Happy.
This way.
I can't blame you, honestly. The amount of time shit like that happened to me, it like... I was gonna say showering in the sea. I meant swimming in the sea. It was very stressful, and I totally get you.
We're on Neathhog.
It was in our way.
Aye, I don't doubt it.
Still standing,
Curious,
though. Per.
What was she doing here?
Odin used roots of the World Tree as part of his spell that kept me from leaving Midgard. Neathhog protects the tree's roots, wherever they are.
Ah, I see. Odin used her.
And she unwittingly paid the price.
Yeah.
Classic Odin.
Where the water isn't falling anymore. That's true. It's also, like, really gross. I find bathtubs really disgusting. I can't lie to you. I know most people love baths and everything, but
Maybe your spear can get us across.
I am not one of those people that finds it fun. The idea of bathing in my juices disgusts me. Thank you. Shut up. Bitch, it's so annoying to fill a tub with the shower. It's also like, I'm sorry, but like, it's so uneconomic. Like if you think about it, like you're wasting so much water and for like what? And also it's like human soup. It's ugh. And also specifically, like, as a person with a vagina, like, we be excreting shit sometimes, you know? And, like, the idea of just, like, sitting in that is kind of disgusting. Exactly. I'm not soup. I'm genuinely not the meatballs in my soup. Like, I'm not meatballs. So, like, with all due respect, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. Like, I'm not in the witch's stew. Like, I'm sorry. We're not doing this. No, thank you. Every time I've tried it to be like aesthetic. Oh my god, guys, you're gonna laugh actually. When me and my ex-boyfriend, like my first ever boyfriend, okay? No, my second boyfriend ever. I'm not a motherfucking crock pot. Seriously. But anyways, I was trying to be like, when we broke up, me and him, I wanted to be like extra artistic and look like I'm living the life. So what did I do? I went to Lush and I got a bath bomb. And I got one that like made it look into like a starry night sky. And then I put it in the water. And I took a really close-up picture. And this motherfucker went to my best friend. And he's like, is she at the museum? Is she with a guy? I'm like, dude, it's a tub. I'm in the water. Blah, 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 blah. I'm under the water. Blah, blah, blah. Like, I was so confused. Anyways. And I'm like, y'all gotta shower and wash before you get in the bath. Still disgusting. I can't do
If
it.
we distract them long enough, Hildisfini and Atreus will have more than enough time to get in.
I can't do it. It's still gross.
I am not worried for Atreus. He is ready to fight on his own.
We're gay. Mm-hmm. That's fair.
This is it.
Oh, is this? Are you gonna teach me how to do it now?
Altar behind these vines.
Tab, are you gonna teach me how to do it, or? Oh, you mean these? Oh, okay. She meant this. Sorry. Anyways, he thought I was at the museum, but in fact, I was taking a bath. Anyways. To shower. It takes so long to shower.
I am.
That's what I do. Callie, that's so much work.
Here without my brother.
That's so much work. Honest to God, though, Callie, I honestly, can I say something? While you and Sheila were at my house, because you guys were only here for a day, you didn't shower, but like Sheila's been at my place before. You like Sheila takes a long time to take a bath or a shower. Well, it was a shower. Sheila takes a long time. You know who also takes a long time? Brandon. What is that about? What is that about? You guys, I'm like literally in and out in like 10 minutes max. I'm sorry. Like I take a 10-minute shower max. Now that Sheila, literally, you spend so long there. You're like, Farah, I'll be quick. I'll take a shower. I'm like, oh no, we're doomed. And like Sheila's so funny when Sheila wants to be quick. I swear to God, I've never seen Sheila actually be quick. Sheila is one of the like, she's just like, she's slow. And that's okay because she takes her time with things. And I love that about her. But goddamn, don't you ever say I'll be quick again. Like at least know yourself. Like when I was when Sheila got to TwitchCon late and she was like, I'll be quick, Farah. I was literally sat in the chair for 30 minutes as she got ready. I was like, didn't you say you'd be quick? Yeah, babe. Yeah, I'm quick. Officer bucket list added to stay at a ryokan with a oh, that sounds nice. Maybe that was quick for her. Yes, it was. That's the problem. That is the problem. That's what I'm saying. That is the problem. We love Sheila. But Sheila gotta know she's slow. Sheila has to know she's slow at taking baths. She has to know. We barely made it in time if it wasn't for my disability. Guys, if it wasn't for me having a disability badge, Sheila would not have gotten her badges. Wallahi. Hi, Ninja. Can we get a shout out for Ninja, please? We love Ninja here.
We're coming for you, Ingvi.
My freaking daughter wakes up at 5 fucking a.m. to what? Sorry? An hour on hair and makeup. Sheila, can I ask you a question? And Callie, you guys have seen my makeup in real life. Does my makeup look good in real life? Or does it look shitty in real life? Like, I know it can look good on camera because it's the camera. But does my makeup look good in real life? One woman's quick is another woman's bitch. I understand. Take your time. I'll be there waiting for your ass. That's so true, Kelly. Does my makeup look good IRL? Does my makeup look good IRL? It looks at me. Stop. Your skin is so... That's skincare. But that makes me happy because guess how long I take to do my makeup? Guess how long it takes for me to do my makeup, guys? Just take a guess real quick. Just take a guess. Just take a guess. 5 minute. 5 minute. 5 minute. 5 minute. Yeah. No. If it takes me an hour, I would never do it. It's too much work. I'm sorry. I'm lazy. It's not meant for me. If God wanted me to put on makeup, he wouldn't make me take an hour. I'm sorry. It's just not possible.
Completely giving away your position.
Oh, this motherfucker. 5 minutos. Que bueno. Oh my God. There's this new Netflix show called Griselda, and it's about this drug dealing woman who was apparently like famous in the Colombian drug scene. It's pretty cool. I like it. Sofia Vergara plays Griselda, the main character. Her emo phase. It's a canon event. We love that. My parents didn't let me go through my emo phase. So, I cannot see. That's true. You know what? I don't blame you. No, but I'm joking around. I love Sheila and I love how long she takes. It just don't work. It don't work when we're in a rush. That's the only time. Callie, Sheila, can you guys come over again so we can go to Canada's Wonderland? You guys want to come? Can you guys come? We can go to Canada's 5 Wonderland. 5 minute. Oh my God, I love that. Part of my turtle. I love it. Me pausing work to hear about drugs. What is going on? I'm talking about Griselda. It's a show. It's a show. It's a show. It's not me.
What?
Not me.
Idiots.
What an asshole.
Oh. If it isn't Queen Mistletoe herself. Hilarious, by the way. Been a while.
This guy's kind of a dick. I hate Hundo.
And
Good morning, Ninja.
Must be the little half-breed's father.
I love you, Mew. I love you.
Lucky day. You have a lot to answer for, Sunshine.
Suck my balls.
You too, traitor.
Better a traitor than Odin's lapdog.
This guy is literally the size of a commode. He should not be talking.
The burden is mine.
I can help.
I know. But you are needed elsewhere.
He's right, you know. Sizzles wasn't looking so hot last I saw.
I know you didn't want this, but we know how this ends. See you soon.
Well, we both know that's not
He's
true.
gonna end up killing her.
But don't worry, Frigg. I'll be coming for you and your brother as soon as I am finished here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to kill him.
Now,
Well, this is fun.
what you got?
Wait till you see my spear, Habibi.
Really? You are the one who killed Baldur? Write him down, Tober. Whoa! What did Gultoper ever do to you? Have some Vibra! On me! With your reputation, I thought I would at least break a sweat.
Habibi, you're getting fucked. What do you mean?
So aggressive. So angry.
Can I have some a resurrection stone? I'm gonna need that 5-minute routine. Oh, I can do it on stream next time, sure. Yeah, I can do it on stream. I can do it on stream. Yeah. But I have oily skin, Sheila. You don't have oily skin. So our routines can be very different.
Have some Vibra. On me. With your reputation, I thought I would at least break a sweat.
Let me actually...
So aggressive. So angry.
Hi, Lenny, baby.
Oh, did you want some more? Really? You are the one who killed Baldur?
Yeah, and you're getting fucked.
Whoa! What did Gultoper ever do to you?
Fuck you and Gultoper, my G.
Come on, dumb animal!
Yeah, he's getting fucked. Oh, that was stressful.
Having
That's the
fun
cutest,
now?
grossest thing ever. What are we talking about? What's so good? I'm confused. I feel like Sheila has to wait for things to dry, says, so it's not her fault. That's so fair. They will kiss my forehead for lip. Cute. Yeah, I remember that. I remember being told that.
Oh well, you and me then. Oh wait, you expected the stick to give you an advantage? You are rudely prolonging all this. Any day now. Hilarious! The scion of the Aesir brought down by an old geezer's cave. Ah.
Come on, brother. You had that spear built for a reason.
Better hope the rescue is going better than this fight.
It did nothing.
Huh.
Oh! That was smart.
I can feel your frustration, you know. It is immensely satisfying.
What now, brother?
The spear remains our best chance.
Maybe I should hit him in that state then.
Hey, careful! These are new braces. No.
Habibi Thep, can you catch it or what? What's the issue?
No!
Why can't I hit him in that state, bro?
You actually hit me! Slow down! I don't remember the last time anyone hit me!
Oh, fuck me. I'm gonna
The
die.
last time I even used this.
Come on, brother. You hit him once. Just gotta find the right opening.
Slow down!
I don't want to.
I can't decide if I'm more surprised or pissed off! You strike like a sloppy cow! Slow it down. Slow down.
No, bro.
He's open.
You think you can bring down Asgard? Hurry. Slow it down.
Fuck!
Stop!
Strike, brother!
Wallahi, I'm trying.
You know, pain is not as bad as I remember. Slow down. Slow it down.
The fact that he has to be slowed down. Fuck!
Slow down.
No, bro, leave me alone, please.
Slow it down.
No!
Enough!
Good luck, buddy.
There we are. Armor fit for a god. Oh, he is mad now, isn't he? Slow down. Lights out.
I was so close. I was so close. I was so close. Goddamn. And yeah, this one's only on PlayStation. Yeah, I've been living on a third of health for so long, legitimately.
You know, pain is not as bad as I remember. Enough!
Habibi. Oh, I didn't know I could do that all of a sudden.
There we are. Armor fit for a god. You strike like a sloppy cow.
You strike like a bitch. How about that?
Come on, brother! You hit him once! Just gotta find the right opening!
You think you can bring down Asgard? Hurry! Slow down!
He's open!
Slow it down. Oh, he is mad now, isn't he?
This bitch.
He's open!
Fuck.
Slow down. Slow it down. Slow down.
Fuck! You get fucked. Sorry guys, I can't read chat when I'm in boss fights. Get him fucked up. Oh my god. Okay, wait. Let's read chat. Sorry, I apologize. You've been living on third. Yeah, I know. And Games Windows 10 asking for my Instagram. Do you gamers use Windows 10? I use Windows 10. I do not have Windows 11. Upgraded because I don't have the security thingy. I tried to order a large Diet Coke when I was traveling through Minnesota. They wouldn't give me one. They only said, shut up. I love you, Hobbit, please. I'm on Windows 11. Does change some things, but they worked out a lot of the issues. Oh, must be nice. Yeah, I don't have Windows 11, unfortunately. I can't get it yet. I have to install the security thing.
Wait. What is going on in that empty little head? Oh, no. You are going to spare me out of pity!
Let it go, you may live.
Is this about the little runt? Oh, now I am definitely going to gut him.
This is your final warning.
Yawn! Oh, it ended too early. That was bullshit. Thank you so much for the tier 2 for 5 months, Young. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Habibi. I appreciate you very much. Welcome in.
You think you get to just walk away?
Yes, bitch.
No. That is not how this works. You
10 months,
do
let's
not
go.
get to decide my fate.
You are so ugly.
Sunshine.
Habibi, you lost once. I'll kill you again. Again? Wallahi, do I have to? Boy is angry.
Slow it down. You are in way over your head.
Habibi is angry.
Don't you know who I am?
A bitch.
I am the Watchman of the Aesir, the Herald of Ragnarok.
And also a massive bitch.
I am going to find that.
He tried to push me. That was funny.
And beat his face into a pulp.
Stop. Why is he getting angry like this? 1 second.
Only one of us is walking away from this. And it sure as shit will not be you.
Why is he so, like, determined to die? Have you seen a psychologist?
Dare try and spare me. I am growing very sick of
Not job.
Slow down.
Psychomaniac, seriously. Fuck. Fuck, I was trying to get the health, dude. I was trying to get the health. That's some bullshit. 2 years, 7 months. Jesus Christ. 2 years, 4 months. Jesus Christ. Dude, I was just trying to get the health, man.
Way over your head.
Yeah, Habibi, I am Pitbull. What about it? You literally have a spear in you right now. Dude, fuck this guy, seriously.
Don't you know who I am?
A bitch!
I am the Watchman of the Aesir, the Herald of Ragnarok.
I'm getting annoying. Phone call with my sister. Enjoy, Habibi. That seriously getting upsetting me annoying now.
Mongrel of yours and beat his face into a pulp. Only one of us is walking away from this. And it sure as shit will not be you. Dare you try and spare me. I am growing very sick of you.
You're growing sick of me? Oh.
Slow down.
This guy's crazy, right, Daniel? I just like need a break, dude.
it down.
That was so stressful. Wait. Enough, we're not supposed to kill him. Kratos, you're not supposed to.
You want to be?
Kratos, stop. Kratos, stop, baby. Love you, Olaf. No worries. Enjoy your food, habibi. The way my heart is racing right now, you guys. Oh my god. My heart. We're following the prophecy. It's like we can't escape. This is some bullshit. Literally, Gatsby.
Kratos. That was just... I don't know if
Yeah,
we're
fuck
breaking
Heimdall.
fate, or fate's breaking us.
Bitch. I'd fuck you up right now if I could again. Fuck you, hole. I hate him. I am. That was so quick, please. The fuck were you warming up? Heimdall's dead. Dee-doo-doo-da-da. Well. It's in the mic. Oh, okay. Got you.
Hey, a little help?
Hey, I
At least
killed
the
him.
rescue's going well.
I would love to give you help if you could like tell me how to get there. Wallahi. Atreus. Okay. Guys, can somebody help me get there? Well, I don't understand صراحة. The fuck? Dude, he said a little help and then didn't tell me how to get there. Okay, well. You know what's in this microwave? This motherfucking house. Holy shit. That bitch is burning up. Where are the fire people? I was gonna call them firecrackers. What do they call them? Fire hose? Fire people. Firefighters! Yep, they fight fire. Wee. Oh, of course. Why would I have a good time here?
Yeah, so guess what? We got hit by another ambush.
Prayers first. We need to get him out of here.
I'll cover him, but we can't get through the door. We're trapped.
Fire hose and firecrackers. Yep, so true. Burning up for you, baby. I don't know why the Jonas Brothers song is hitting up for me right now. Who's up trying to die? These fuckers. Taunt, come down.
Hold out here forever.
Get fucked in the butthole.
big guy.
Motherfucker. Yeah, let's go. Get fucked up, bitch. Let's go, killing all the hoes. I'm a hoe killer.
Can you move?
Not sure, but I can try.
You guys see that? Y'all see that?
Sit tight. We'll figure something out.
She's a fighter.
We need to move.
No, fuck off. I'm looting. I am looting. Nothing more important right now to me than looting this bitch. صراحة. Suck your... No, come back. Go back. Did I miss anything? No? Okay. Now we can go.
Carry him.
You what? No, I can make it.
Come here, buddy.
Ow, ow, ow. Easy.
Let's go, Shathid.
Follow. We got company back here.
Oh, no. Okay, okay.
We're almost there, right?
Archers ahead!
Seriously?
I'm a strong motherfucker.
I'm a Trey. You okay?
Love you, a Trey Trey.
Just hold on.
This is fun. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this.
Close, right? On your right.
French, Arabic. Oh, let's go. Yalla, let's learn Arabic together, Ninja. What word do you want to learn today? What word? The word of the day today is aha. Aha means fuck. It's very vulgar. Aha. There you go. My boss said to MJ, I had such a hard time restraining myself when we talk about Palestine, and he was like, bad guys on both. Shut the fuck up. But Hamas. Ugh. My god, you know exactly where a person stands when they call it Hamas. Shut up, bro. Shut up. Shut up. خلاص بقى, shut up. I can see both sides. Are you sure? Wallahi? Shut up.
Hurry now. That won't hold them for long.
Honestly, it's ridiculous. No, I get what you're saying, Alef. I get what you're saying.
Skis was near. Freya's boat.
Oh, it's a boat? I thought it was an octopusy. Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Oh, thanks, Queen. Fair, if you weren't so annoying, you'd be kind of sexy. But you're not, so. Unfortunately. Aw, Trey and Kratos together.
Okay. This is bad.
Hang on.
Oh, it flies.
You should have seen your faces.
Where's Zeus at? Oh, there's not Zeus. We're in Nordic right now. It's Odin. We're in Nordic. Kratos is from Greek mythology, right? But he unfortunately is now in Nordic mythology.
I knew it would do that.
Yee. How did he get into Nordic mythology, though? That's my question. Freya, for a goddess, can you like get like some new fits? Like this is a terrible outfit. A boat? Oh, okay. Thanks. Thanks, Parker. You're so helpful.
We have guests!
Oh, there's another one!
Knew this was going too smoothly.
Little help?
They're too fast! Look out!
Who the fuck is that? Who is that? Who the fuck is that?
Doja frendur. Doja sjálfur í sama. Eg vet ein at aldri dojer. Dómur dáðan vel.
No!
Thank you for the follow. Did he just sacrifice himself to save us? Oh, what a good dude. Can he perhaps fly or... I mean, Freya was the best choice. She can turn into a fucking bird. She could literally fly out of this situation. Why didn't she give herself up respectfully? She could literally fly after she kills them. Hello? Oh, this is solemn as fuck. Where's Trey Trey?
Come on. You really think that's the end of Birger?
You think he survived that?
He's down there picking the dirt out of his nails with the beast's feathers. You'll see. He has to be.
We're almost there, Ingvi.
Denial is a
Just
river
hold
in
on a bit
Egypt.
longer.
Your brother is dead. Wouldn't it be funny if every time somebody said bro, they said brother? That'd be funny.
Lunda. Lunda, we need cloth and boiling water. Red root and
Oh, they're gay.
I
I
know,
love
I
that.
know. You think I never staunched a bleeder before? Oh, now don't you go worrying, boss. I didn't go through any of your stuff while you was off being tortured.
Damn it, Lunda. Easy.
Heck you sassing me for? I ain't the one who stuck you like a damn pig. No offense.
Boar. He's a boar, not a pig.
Giving her a hand. We're just taking over entirely.
Hold still. She'll just get you stable so I can take you to Sindri's house. The rest of my herbs are there.
We'll protect the realm in your absence. The four of us.
Vanaheim's in good hands.
God damn.
Party at Sindri's house, huh? Whoever that is.
Your boat.
Nope. Your boat.
Oh, thanks, King.
Go on. Take it. Sail the skies. Sun yourself on its bow. You look like you could use it. Make a Vanir god proud.
For gods, they're really roughing it, huh?
He gave you his boat? Nice.
He left me no choice.
It was necessary. Not because it was written.
Aww. They're so reassuring together. Atreus is so cute. He's like, because it was necessary, not because it was written. I agree, because he tried to spare him. That's not fair. And like, Kratos tried to spare him. It's not like that was in the prophecy. You know? It was like, killed him to protect his boy. That's not what happened, though. He killed him because he literally left him no choice. Right? I'm worried about Kratos. I'm worried about Kratos.
About time I had something to do. Wanna yet before you hit? Oh.
All right, guys. I think we're most likely going to end stream here today. I know the time is wrong on our stream because we restarted stream, but technically we've been doing 3 hours and a half, and I have to go pick up my IKEA shelves, and it's important to me because I need to be building that today, and it'll be 2 hours and a half of driving. So pray for me. But we will be back next week, Tuesday. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, you guys. I felt very loved today. I just want you to know that, and I want to say thank you. Prage. What the fuck? Also, guys, we now have a shit ton of slots left for animated emotes, so we're most likely going to have to do a fundraising stream for that because I cannot afford it by myself. There's no way. Not you ending when I get home, Pray. I apologize. Sincerely, I apologize with my entire bussy. My sincere apologies to you and your family for my sins. Sorry, why are you lurking? Why are you saying sorry? No, please don't ever apologize ever. I'm very thankful for you always. Not me saying, why are you lurking? No, stop. I didn't mean that. Sorry, that came out wrong. Fully wrong. I sincerely apologize. But okay, I think we're going to go raid Elena. Elena is part of the Gremlin Grove. We love Elena in this household. Let me give you guys announce. The link is over here just in case you guys lose it. I announced it. There you go. All right, guys. I love you guys very much. I will see you guys Tuesday morning for stream. And the schedule for stream will be up tonight on Discord. And a movie night also will be available, I think, next week. And possibly our new animated emotes will be available next week, depending on my animator. But yeah, I'm very excited, you guys. I love you. I hope you have an amazing day. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Mwah.